What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This happens to be your first time here. My name's Dave, and I love to share my passion for Lego investing. Today, we're going to go ahead and cover a little bit of a May update. I think is when most of it occurred. Some of it might have dipped into April or the starting of June. This video is about a week behind when I wanted to put it up because things at work picked back up, but I didn't want to miss out on 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I'm recording this on the actual day that I'm hoping to send it live, which is June, I don't know what it is, 8th or something like that. Anyway, you don't care about that. Today, I'm going to cover a few different things that were, I may have already covered in some other videos, but I wanted to go a little bit more in depth on some of those. So I'm going to cover my trip to Dallas. I'm going to cover my pop-up shop, which you can kind of see behind me here in the garage. I'm going to cover my trip to the East Coast. And there was something else. There was something else I was going to cover. Oh, Amazon. That's what it is. My Amazon FBA roller coaster ride. So let's start a little bit with my pop-up shop here. I'm going to flip this camera around so I can give you guys a better tour. Okay, so here we go. I normally do a pop-up shop in the nicer weather. So we're approaching summer, and I got it set up. Most of the stuff, and I've talked about this during one of my recent videos about the different marketplaces, most of the stuff that I try to target for my local stuff are things that have like damaged boxes. You can see this one here has got a little bit of an open. The box is pretty rough on that one. The stickers were curling a little bit, so I noted that. And that's what we see here. So this stuff is everything that's either damaged box or the Amazon marketplace profit after fees are too low for me to worry about on there right now. And so I'm trying to make a good offering here. We'll have people come over and they browse the shop. You can see I've got some non-Lego stuff up here as well. And this is pretty much the tour of it. So I'm going to give you a quick overview. I've got it sorted right now by theme. So we've got DC stuff. We move into some Marvel stuff. I've got Minecraft. We've got Harry Potter, one chess set over there as well. A lot of Lego City stuff. Lots and lots of Ninjago. I was a little surprised at how much of that I actually have right now. A couple of those, that Ultra Dragon, I actually think I do need to send into Amazon. My stock on Amazon got depleted, so that's the last one I have. I might get that in there. Up here, we've got a lot of the gift with purchases, some old Lego system stuff, some random miscellaneous kind of smaller themes, Overwatch, Toy Story, Elves. We've got the creator stuff. We've got some poly bags down here at the bottom. A large assortment of Star Wars stuff in the corner. This table here is mostly used items. So these are all things that I've gone through and are 100% complete with two exceptions, that one and that one, which I have noted what I'm missing on it. These here are used sets as well. We've got some kind of old system or classic stuff there. Up top, we've got some heavy hitters, so a couple of the Bricklink items, as well as a Spider-Man old Tobey Maguire set. Here we've got some creator, a little bit higher end sets, I suppose, with some DC superheroes. We've got our Dimension shelf and some Technic items on here. When we get down here, we got two shelves kind of dedicated towards Friend sets or Disney princess themes, Powerpuff Girls. I put the Adventure Time set over there as well. Come over here, we've got Nexo Knights here at the bottom with Lego Movie 2. And then we move into some other kind of the random toys or items that I'm selling. So we've got some Star Wars RC stuff, some Master of the Universe sets up here, Mega Bloks, Hot Wheels, Halo. We've got a Hero Quest board game. This is the new one, not the old one. Pokemon. We've got a couple collectible Barbie, Star Wars Barbies. So Princess Leia and Darth Vader. Some really cool puzzle that I found. Star Wars Black figure. Just lots of random stuff. We come over here and we've got some, I don't know, I guess more one-offs. We've got items at the bottom, don't have boxes. Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. I've only got one of those right now. These were more dimensions. I guess I could have maybe put those over with that stuff. For whatever reason I didn't. Ghostbusters and the medieval blacksmith. So that's what I have out here right now. Got some big containers down at the bottom, and this is perfect for people that want to come and shop locally. So we got a lot of people at our area that want to browse. They want to browse stuff that's not available anymore, and that's really the market that this serves. So all of the prices that I have on these items are less than what somebody could go and get them for on eBay or Amazon. I'm not so much sure on Bricklink. Bricklink might be competitive with some of these. Keep in mind that most of those you got to factor in shipping to get a true cost. And so that's kind of what I did. I did it as a way to price them at a point that is good value to people looking to buy them and helps me out. A little bit less means that I'm kind of taking some of the fees out of some of these, or just the fact that I get to save out a little bit of shipping. So some of these I actually have a little bit more margin on than I otherwise would with some of the marketplaces, while other ones are probably pretty similar. So it's a fun thing. You also get a chance to engage your customer a little bit more when they're here. You can talk to them about it, hear what they're interested in. And oftentimes I'll figure out that, oh, wait a minute, I've got something else that I don't have out that maybe you're interested in, and it can actually spur some stuff that you wouldn't have thought about. Okay, so let me cover some of the other stuff that I mentioned I wanted to go over. Just a little bit of a May review. I did my trip to Dallas. We got everything. We brought it back. Box condition on a lot of it ended up being a little bit rough. Some because of how the condition was when we got there. Some because of how we had to pack it into our little car that we happen to have with us. So I have a lot of that stuff that I haven't been able to actually move to recoup that expense yet. Some of that's out here in my local sales area. I do have a small shelf from Amazon. I haven't gone through and added up exactly what I can get when I ship those in. I made a different thing a priority in my Amazon shipment that I just got done doing. I'll cover that in a minute. But that's one thing. Definitely make sure when you're purchasing lots what the box condition is. If the box condition's pretty rough, I probably would say recommend to reduce 5 to 10% off the top. In addition to understanding that you're going to put more time, energy, and effort into selling those things. Maybe some of you would have sent some of this stuff into Amazon. I'm just really picky about it because I want to keep that return rate really low to provide a lot of happy customers. Next thing was I took another trip very similar to the Dallas trip out to the East Coast. Spent about $14,000 thereabouts in that area. That stuff was in really good condition, and so I got that back, got it all inventoried, and sent in a huge chunk of it to Amazon. It's currently there getting processed, received, whatever they call it. I'll do a separate video about my frustrations with their receiving department relative to FBA. So I sent in just enough to basically cover the cost of the Lego purchases that I've made. And then I did have some that are damaged box that made their way out here. And I have a few other ones that are sets that I know that I have as a part of my investment right now that haven't actually matured yet. And so I did put those with some of my other long-term hold sets just because I want to be able to maximize the value out of those. So that was another fun thing that we did. Lastly, I guess that I wanted to talk about is the Amazon FBA thing. And it's related to the roller coaster, the gating process. I know I made a video a couple weeks ago describing how all of a sudden I was gated on everything and it was this wild thing and was Lego investing over. Now, you know, I'm sure many of you know what the algorithm and YouTube tend to flock to. And so it was to grab everyone's attention and get you interested and kind of engage a little bit. I didn't think Lego investing was actually over. I wasn't sure what the Amazon FBA route was going to look like at that point. I wasn't actually sure if I would continue to be gated or not. I had plans and got some things in place so that I could resubmit and go through the gating process. However, in the time that I was getting all that stuff together, I did end up looking and basically everything had been resolved. It sounds like they were trying to close out maybe some old listings and replace them with some new listings. I don't know what the reason or rationale for that is, but I actually do not have anything gated as I'm aware of right now. And as I mentioned, I did send in a very large shipment to Amazon already this last month. which I've been watching those sales roll in. So maybe in a future video here, I'll talk a little bit more about the FBA shipment I did, the frustrations with the FBA receiving area, as well as some of the profits that I've seen out of that, or at least the sales that I've seen out of that so far. So I think that might be it for my May update. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm missing that we've done. I'm looking forward to getting more into June here. Nicer weather means I get to engage with people, do a lot of weekend sales here in the garage, and hopefully start churning through some more of my stuff to figure out what all I'm going to send in my next Amazon FBA shipment. Let me know in the comments below if you do any kind of local sales kind of in the same regard where you open it up like a little pop-up shop. I look at this as an intro to, will I enjoy having a toy store, maybe during retirement? Let me know in the comments below what you think, what you do. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody. Thanks for your patience.